Hello everyone and welcome to another game of Squirrels Baseball. I am Aaron and we are getting our first look at the Cubs today. And as we are coming off the off day, we will get the bench guys in here. There you go, I think that's what we're looking at. Just double checking. Also recording this at just after 7 o'clock in the morning. We're about to leave for out of town for the night, so gotta get this in early. But we'll be back tomorrow, so might be a little bit later tomorrow, but we will get tomorrow's game in. The Cubs have been hovering right around 500 all year, and I think they're, I want to say, one game over right now. I think they're 27 and 26 coming into today's game. All right, we've got Stitch on the mound. I didn't look at the Cubs lineup at all, so I don't really have any idea who we're about to see. All right, Meiser is Turris, not Cesar. He'll take strike one. Swings and misses for strike two. Swing and a miss, strike three. One down, Santana, who's been playing second base. This is at least his second year, might even be his third. Playing second for the Cubs. Pops this up, and Martinez makes the catch. Two down, here's Carlos Pena. He's been a Cub for almost this whole time that we've been doing these seasons. It's got an 0-2 count at the moment. He will ground just over first. Sweeney will pick it up and step on the bag. So 1-2-3 start to the game. Kester will be back leading off for the Squirrels today. Get a look. There's a couple changes here. Duran on the mound, I feel like we even saw him earlier this year somewhere. This is a different... Actually, it might be. This is one I created. I think the other one we saw was a draft pick. And they've got Rongo back there catching. Which maybe he was starting there last year. I can't remember. Or if that was somewhere else we saw him. But I feel like he was coming off the bench before. Anyway, Kester comes up with the base hit through the left side of the field to lead off the Squirrels half of the inning. That'll bring Sweeney to the plate. Rongo. Better arm than I remember back there, though Kester is in there safely. Sweeney with the 2-0 count and a runner in scoring position. He does look at strike one. Line drive, that'll get into right field. Kester's going to try to score. And he will make it there. Still no outs in the inning. Squirrels up by one with Chief at the plate. He'll take the strike. Gran working quickly. I'm not sure how much it's benefiting him. He's got Chief in an 0-2 count, though. He will swing and miss. One away. Here's Quinton. He will bat left-handed. Looks at strike one. Hit and run. Doesn't even save the double play, though, unfortunately. Mark it down 6-4-3. We'll move on to the second inning. Squirrels are leading 1-0, though. Carlos Quinton will lead things off for the Cubs. Carlos Quinton. He's been here for a little while now, though Not sure if I would put him as a cleanup hitter, but maybe he is the best option the Cubs have there. got a 2-1 count. Make it 3-1. Stitch comes back with a slider. He gets hit right back to him. He'll knock it down, pick it up, and get it to first in time. One down. Here is Rongo. Does have some power. Looks at strike one. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. Here's Orlando Cabrera. I feel like he's been here a couple years now. Looks at strike one. Looks at strike two. He'll put this over towards Phil, but he'll make the grab to keep things at zeros for the Cubs. We go to the bottom half of the second inning, where Zach is going to lead things off for the Squirrels. Still leading 1-0. Zach will swing and miss at a fastball. This fastball runs inside. Ground ball over Duran's head, and Santana will field it. One away. Here is Miyake, who has been hitting well as of late, though he pops this one up foul. Rongo waiting on it, and makes the grab. So here is Martinez, who had a very good game his last time out. Average up to 250, which I am sure would be a career high for him, though, you know, still early in the year. So, oh, he's going to get a hit here. Goes in between the infielders. O-Dog tried to make a diving play on it. Went off his glove, but that's definitely a hit. Phil with an 0-2 count, and he will hit this one right to Santana for the last out of the inning. So Squirrels still leading 1-0 as we go into the third. Telemaco will lead things off for the Cubs. Telemaco playing right field. So he was a draft pick. Not sure. I think this is the same guy who's been playing right field for a second. He fouls out, so that will bring Stoltz to the plate, who is new as far as I know. The Cubs used to have a different draft pick, Cannon, out in center field. But he is not sure if he's still on the team or not, because I think it's been a couple of years. I think his career might have already run its course. Stoltz will strike out swinging, so that'll bring Duran to the plate. Who is hitting 200. He'll be down 0-2. He's not swung the bat yet. Swings here, but comes up empty, and that will be the last out of the top of the third. We go to the bottom half of the inning, where Stitch is going to lead things off. Squirrels still leading 1-0. First pitch, sinker for strike one. Swing and a miss again for strike two. That pitch misses outside. Another swing and a miss for strike three. One away. That was the second strikeout after one trip through the Squirrels' order. Kester got a base hit in his first at-bat, tries to bunt for a base hit, and is not quite successful. They did have the infield in there, at least the corners. So that will be the second out of the inning. Sweeney drove in the only run of the game so far. Kester scored it. Sweeney will swing and miss at the first pitch and hits this one to Pena at first for the third out of the inning. We go to the fourth. The Cubs back at the top of their order. Squirrels still leading 1-0. Stitch has struck out 4 Cubs after 1 trip through their order. This tourist was one of those. This time he will ground out to first. Santana fouled out in his first at-bat. Looks at strike 1. Pulled foul just off the wall over there on the left-hand side. Then a swing and a miss for strike 3. 2 away. Here is Pena, who ground out, I want to say, to Sweeney in the first time up. This is fouled away. That'll make it 0-2. I think I got a sneeze coming on here. Fouled away again. I might have fought it off. Puts this one into right field. Zach waiting on it. And he makes the catch. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Chief is going to lead it off for the Squirrels, who are still leading 1-0. Chief struck out in his first at-bat. And looks at a fastball right down the middle to start off this at-bat. This will get through the middle of the infield for a leadoff single. Brings Quinton to the plate, who hit into a double play his first time up. Looks at strike 1. Chief takes off another hit-and-run attempt. Quinton fouls it off, so back to first he goes. This will be popped up foul. 1 away. Runner still on first for Zach, who ground out in his first at-bat. Looks at strike 1. Ground out to Santana, kind of up the middle. Swings and misses, makes it 1-2. Fastball misses again, 2-2. Swings and misses at a slider for strike 3. 2 away, here is Miyake. Fouled out his first time up. Hits this one, it's going to hook foul, no one really chasing it. So just a strike. That one also a strike. 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. We go to the 5th, 1-0 Squirrels. The Cubs will start off with Carlos Quinton at the plate.
Number 20, Carlos Quinton.
All right, Carlos Quinton will go down swinging.
Number 6, Rongo.
That'll bring Rongo to the plate, and he will look at a strike. Quinton with a pretty good play over there. Can I say Quinton? That's Phil. I don't... Here's Orlando Cabrera, who I mistakenly called O-Dog. That was Orlando Hudson. That was called O-Dog, not Cabrera. So my apologies. It's been bothering me since I said it, and I was actually looking it up, which is why I was a little bit absent there talking for a minute. Because as soon as I said it, I knew it felt wrong. So, setting the record straight there. Anyway, he grounds out to Phil, and that will end the Cubs' half of the inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th. And Martinez will lead things off for the Squirrels, who still lead 1-0. Martinez up to 265 after getting the hit that went off of Cabrera's glove at shortstop. So it was definitely a hit. Even if he had caught that, there was going to be no play at first. He's got an 0-2 count in this at-bat. He will look at strike 3. 1 down. Here's Phil, who lined out in his first at-bat, I believe to Santana. Hits this one also to Santana for the second out of the inning. So here is Stitch, who struck out in his first at-bat. Slider bounces in. swing and a miss will make it 1-1. Swing and a miss again. 1-2. That sinker starting to work for Duran. Just not getting a lot of help from his offense. Stitch goes off of Duran's glove over to Cabrera, who gets it to first for the last out of the inning. So we go to the 6th. It's still a 1-0 game. Telemaco will lead things off. He fouled out in his first at-bat. As that pitch misses down and away. Swing and a miss to make it 1-1. Misses up and away. Let's pop back to Stitch, who will make the grab. So we go to Stultz, who struck out in his first at-bat. And Stitch starts him off with a curveball that misses. I think down and away. Swing and a miss on a slider. And that pitch misses outside. 2-1. Another swing and a miss makes it 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 away, and here's Duran, who struck out in his first at-bat. Looks at a fastball right down the middle. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. And looks at strike 3. Brings Stitch up to 8 strikeouts on the day, though he's going to get a chance to get more. Kester will lead things off in the bottom of the 6th inning. Still 1-0. Kester 1 for 2 on the day. Duran added 3 more strikeouts, the second trip through the Squirrels order. This will get over Cabrera's head and into the outfield for a leadoff single. That'll bring Sweeney to the plate. He's also 1 for 2. Duran, a fastball in the down and out part of the strike zone. It was definitely a strike. Well-placed pitch, but Sweeney comes back with a base hit into the outfield. So it puts 2 runners on with no outs for Chief. A chance to try to give the Squirrels some breathing room here. That pitch down in the dirt. This one is high. It's going to be called an infield fly rule. Santana makes the grab. 1 away. Here is Quentin. 2 runners still on, and Quentin will hit a ground ball to short. Will they get the double play? No, actually, Quentin beats it out. A slow turn there by Santana. Leaves runners on, runners on the corners with 2 away. Zach at the plate almost gets hit by that sinker. He spins out of the way. Fastball's over the plate though, 1-1. Swing and a miss to make it 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Squirrels threaten but do not score, so it is still 1-0 Squirrels as we go into the 7th inning. The Cubs back at the top of their order for their 3rd go-around. I will just note that everybody for the Cubs is 0 for 2. This Turris has a 1-1 count. This is ground foul. This one just misses inside. 2-2. Popped up. Stitch will take it himself right on the line. Third base line. 1 away. Here is Santana.
69. Great Santana.
Struck out in his last at-bat and will swing and miss at the first pitch here. The changeup drifts inside. Hits this one to Kester. 2 away. And here is Pena. Has put bat on the ball both times he's been up. Looks at a strike. Looks at another strike. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Well, that brings us to the 7th inning stretch. Squirrels leading 1-0. Miyake will lead off on the other side. There you go. Miyake at the plate here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Duran also still out there for the Cubs. This flied into center. And Stoltz makes the grab. Here's Martinez, 1 for 2 on the day. Sinker misses down and away. Not a bad pitch. Just didn't get the call. That sinker was definitely in the zone, and Martinez missed it. Misses again. All sinkers so far in this at-bat. You'd think he'd throw something different here, but on the other hand, Martinez hasn't hit it. Right on cue, Martinez with a base hit into left center on a fastball. He thought about making that a double, but does go back to first. So here's Phil. He is 0 for 2 today. Put the ball in the air, I think, both times to Santana. He's got an 0-2 count at the moment. Hits this one right to Pena. He goes to second. Excuse me. Cabrera quickly back to first, and that is a 3-6-1 double play. And that ends the inning. So we're going to go into the 8th. Still 1-0 Squirrels, and Carlos Quinton will come to the plate for Chicago.
20, Carlos Quinton.
Stitch starts things off with a fastball, but misses the zone. Still looking strong out there. Gets a swing and a miss on an iffy changeup. This is hit right to Chief, who grabs it on the fly. So here's Rongo. Looks at a ball down by his feet. Changeup stays high. It's a 2-0 count. Definitely a hitter's count, but he looks at a fastball over the outside half. 2-1. Oh, slider, I don't think did what Stitch wanted it to do. 3-1. Changeup right down the middle. We got a full count. I think our first full count of the day for either side. Called strike 3 on a high fastball. 2 away. Here is Orlando Cabrera. Slider over the inside corner. Hit to Sweeney, who will step on the bag and end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Stitch is going to lead it off. Squirrels still clinging to that 1-0 lead from clear back in the first. So Kester got a base hit, stole second, and then Sweeney drove him in. The first 2 batters of the game combined for the only run of the game to this point, now that we're in the bottom of the 8th. So Duran has pitched an excellent game. Just his offense doing nothing for him. Stitch is going to hit a little bloop grounder, kind of ugly thing to second for the first out of the inning. Kester 2 for 3 on the day. We'll look at strike 1 here. This just misses inside. There's a swing and a miss again on that sinker. So that pitch has done well for him today. Fouled away. It's still 1-2. Fouled off again. This will, a good play by Cabrera at short. I thought that was a hit off the bat. He makes a leaping grab to his left. So 2 away. Sweeney, also 2 for 3 today. Hits this into center field. Will it get over Stoltz's head? No. So we go to the 9th. It's 1-0 Squirrels. Telemaco will lead things off for the Cubs. Stitch still out there. Telemaco's put the ball in the air twice. He'll look at strike 1. I guess I should note Stitch did get to 10 strikeouts. Swings and misses to make it 1-2. Grounds this one towards the middle. Phil grabs it and gets it to first. 1 away. So here is Stoltz. Struck out in both at-bats so far today. Fouls the first pitch off. The pitch up and out. Swing and a miss will make it 1-2. This will land just foul. Whew, that was dangerous. Still 1-2. Comes back to the fastball, gets a ground ball to second. 2 away. The Cubs will predictably pinch hit here. So here is David Ortiz coming off the bench with a lot on the line for the highlight reel here. Oh no. Oh my, the perfect game broken up with 2 outs in the 9th inning by pinch hitting David Ortiz, who homers the center to tie the game at 1. Oh, disaster. Isturis comes to the plate now. And he will look at a strike. Oh, man. I really thought Stitch was going to do it there. Then to not only do that, but also tie the game. Ah! Heck of a run. Alright, so we're tied at 1 now, going to the bottom of the 9th. Chief is going to come up for the Squirrels. The Cubs will go to Manny Corpus. Alright, I'm going to have to pause to blow my nose here, because I got nothing in here to do that with. Be with you in just a moment. Alright, my apologies about that. Let's get back to it. Chief 1 for 3 on the day. Looks at strike 1. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. Hits this one to Santana. Thought I had a chance to get up the middle, but wasn't quite as up the middle as I think we all wish. Brings Quinton to the plate. He's 0 for 3. He's just not really gotten a hold of the ball today. I think everything's been on the infield. Except for a strikeout, which I guess the ball's still in the infield. He's got a 2-1 count here, though. He is still batting left-handed, I will also note for anybody just listening. Swings and misses to make it 2-2. Looks at strike 3. Well, that'll bring Zach to the plate. He is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts on the day. And looks at a strike on the inside corner here. Up the middle, that will get through for a base hit, a 2-out single. Here is Miyake, who's also 0 for 3. Topped out twice, once in foul ground. And struck out, but puts this one into center field. Zach's trying for third. Here comes the throw, and he did not make it. Never make your last out at third. So we're going to go to the 10th, tied at 1. Santana at the plate. And we will take Stitch out here. Excuse me. So we will go with Johnston. It might be a little bit of a shorter outing than we would like going into extras, but hopefully. All right, Santana quickly down 0-2. He will go down swinging. 1 away. Here is Carlos Pena. You know, now everybody is 0 for 3, other than David Ortiz, who only had the 1 at bat and definitely made the most of it. Pena quickly down 0-2, and he will this be fair? It is. Sweeney grabs it and steps on the base. So here's Carlos Quinton. Grounds this one back to Johnston, and that is it for the Cubs in the 10th. We go to the bottom half of the inning. Yeah, Johnston's only going to get the 1 inning. Martinez will lead things off. He's 2 for 3 on the day. Almost got his average up to 300, which Look, I love Martinez. He's one of my favorite players on this team, but he's not going to hit 300 for a year. He's got a 1-2 count here. This one runs well inside, brushes Martinez back. Hits this one into right center field. So a leadoff single will bring Phil to the plate, who did hit into a double play in his last at bat. First pitch is called a strike, up in the zone. It's up in the zone again. Well, that one not in the zone, excuse me. Swings and misses, makes it 1-2. Will this... No, that's not going to get over Cabrera's head. That's pretty much right to him. One down, runner on first, and we will bring Tom in to pinch hit. This would be a nice time for him to get his first homer of the year. First pitch, right down the middle, and Tom fouls it off. Foul as a line drive down the right side. That pitch breaks too far inside. That fastball pulled outside. 2-1. Will this stay fair? It does, right on the line. Going to third is Martinez. That's going to go down as a double. 2 runners in scoring position for Kester with only 1 out. Kester with at least 2 hits today. I think he's 2 for 4. Can't remember for sure what he did last time up. He does have an 0-2 count at the moment. So that one just misses, 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Big strikeout if you're Corpus, but not out of the inning yet. Sweeney also with a couple hits today. Hits this one foul right over the first base coach's head. Corpus really wiping his brow out there. Throws a nice pitch, 0-2. This one just misses inside. Good framing job by Rongo, but doesn't get the call. Misses inside again. It's 2-2, 2 outs, 2 on. This is going to go into left center field. That should score 2. Oh, don't need to worry about that. We're the home teams. So that is a walk-off base hit into left center. Would have scored 2, but the game was over when Martinez scored the first run. Sweeney drives in both runs of the game. Nearly had a perfect game today, but right here is what broke that up and also necessitated the extra inning. And here comes the walk-off hit, or no, sorry. That was the out at third, Zach a little over-eager. This is the walk-off hit. Sweeney, predictably your player of the game. Thank you, everybody, for watching. That was a fun one, even though the hits were lopsided, 12-1, but not so lopsided in the run column. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Like, share, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff. You guys know. We will be back tomorrow with Game 2 against the Cubs. Hopefully it was as exciting as today's game was. We'll see you then.